Hey everyone, recently I went on a trip to Hawaii and took a lot of pictures of t-shirts there. There's a lot of graphic t-shirts. You may have seen this post here that I did of 4 of those t-shirts that I found at the ABC store. In this video, I'm going to try my best to recreate 2 of them. It's these 2 right here. So I'm going to use graphics from Canva as well as the new Affinity by Canva and try and put together a t-shirt design that's similar to these and kind of show you my process on how I would create something like this in Affinity currently, the new Affinity. So let's get to Canva right now. I'm going to show you how to find some graphics and then put it all together in Affinity. All right, so here I am on Canva. You can see I already opened one and found some things just to speed up this video because I think most of the time should be spent on how to create the video or create the t-shirt design. I'm going to pull over here just a picture of it. So this is the Aloha one with the Hawaii, and it looks like a tie-dye in the background, and so that's what I got here. I just searched tie-dye and I found this one. Now it's not exactly the same, and nor should it be, but I'm just going to show you if you had a tie-dye you could do this. Now you could do this in Affinity Pixel and kind of just draw it with your pen tool and kind of brush tool, and not the pen tool, the brush tool, and kind of make it yourself if you wanted to, but why not use a tie-dye already? Because I don't think that matters that much of where the colors. If you want to get that granular into it, you can. And then I just found some palm trees. Now again, they're not the same palm trees here, but I think some of these look like it. We just need black ones, and I'm going to knock it out of this background here, and that's kind of how I'm going to do it. Now the next one was a little more tricky. It had these mountains here. Now I could draw that myself with the pen tool, but that would take a long time. If you want to do that, I can do a tutorial for that as well. If you want to learn how to draw a mountain with the pen tool in Affinity, I could do that. We could even draw these things and palm trees and do the background all with the pen tool, but I'm going to try and use some of the things that I found. The closest thing I could find were these wavy lines right here in the background. I just typed in 70s wavy lines. And then I did mountain with palm trees. So I have these right here, and I like this one mainly because it has less shadow, less black on it, but I think any of these could really work. This one's kind of a really cool one too, although it doesn't look like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit share here. Let me move this away so you don't have it, but those are the graphics that I found just by going into elements and typing in what I needed, tie-dye or mountain with palm trees and so on. You can see these are the ones right here. And in fact, if you can't find them because they were kind of hard to find, the artist that did these, I believe, is Nat Warren. I don't know. Whatever, this right here is who drew these because it's kind of cool. So I'm going to hit share and I'm going to hit download. And instead of PNG, I'm going to do PDF standard. I could also do SVG. It will work too. And then I'm going to download both of these, hit download, and then I'm going to open these up or bring these into Affinity by Canva, and then we're going to try and make these t-shirts. All right, so here I am. I got Affinity by Canva open. First thing I'm going to do is start a new project. So new, my preset is 4500 by 5400. If you don't have that, you can type that in right here. And then I'm just going to hit create document. So there's that one. Then I'm going to open up the PDF that I downloaded. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to hit open and find my downloads and then go to that PDF, double click on it. We're going to say yes, let's open all of it. And it has both pages. Yes, perfect. This one, it did it in the layout since there was a PDF, 2 pages, great. I have my other tab open here. So this is my new tab. So you can see tabs, the untitled one, my new one, and this is the PDF. So first things first, I'm going to drag everything from the PDF here. I'm going to hit copy and go to my new one and put V paste. I'm going to come out here and I'm going to move it to the side here. Boom. Just so I have it. Another thing I'm going to bring in is the one that I want to do first. So I think this one is for the tie-dye one that said Aloha. So I'm going to bring my Aloha shirt just for reference here. I'm going to say yes. Just hit cancel here. And just so I have some reference here, what I want it to do, what I want it to look like. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna take my tie-dye here, and you can notice that it's kind of like an oval, I believe. So I'm gonna do 2 of them just so I have something here, and I'm gonna create an oval first. So with my ellipse tool, I'm just eyeballing it here. I don't know if it's an oval. It could be a circle, and the way I took the picture, it looks different. But I'm gonna say it's an oval here. Oh, go. So once you have this, I keep trying to make more circles, but it should go to this right here, the move tool. I'm moving it. I want it to be kind of the centered. I know I need to leave space for text here, so I'm gonna do that and maybe make it a little more inside. And then I'm gonna make sure that this is centered. So let me go to vector here. I put it on my vector one and center on there. So I don't need it left or right. I'm gonna do center. See that alignment? And then I'm gonna do something like this. So I'm gonna put a box over it like this. And this is gonna be the box that I don't need. I'm gonna make that black so we can look like it will knock it out. I probably need it just like that. And I'm gonna make sure that this is centered. So I'm gonna use this right here, align vertical centers, boom. Okay, this is great. And then I'm gonna knock this out. So pick these 2, and then I'm gonna use this one right here, not intersect, subtract. I'm gonna use subtract, boom. Okay, so I need this in here and this in here. So make sure that it's big enough like that. Maybe move it up like this, and this like this. Maybe move it up like this. And I don't need this whole thing, so I'm gonna crop it like that. Great. I think we're gonna do well here. I'm gonna combine both of these, this and this. I'm gonna hit Group, Command G, and let me look at my layers for a second here. What we got? So we have these curves, and we have these this group. So I'm thinking I can put the group, the tie-dye, into the curves. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna drag it over, boom, it's inside. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another oval like this. And let me get in closer here so I can match it. So I'm just gonna do top, bottom, maybe put this in the back. So move to back. I think I have it here. Back one, move to back all the way. Just make sure that it's the same here and here. So I'm gonna use this a couple of times on what to do. So first things first, let's make, now that it's pretty close, I think it doesn't have to be exact. We're gonna need a stroke here. So I'm gonna, instead of fill, I'm gonna do stroke. And remember, we have this, what is this called? I think it's the contour. Offset the stroke, yeah, that's it. All right, so now that I have that on, I'm gonna offset it just a little bit like this much right there, boom. And this will be my, that color right there. Let's see, maybe that's, well, let's pick it, boom. And then make it, the stroke a little thicker so I can see it. I don't see it. Maybe I make it black so I can see it. There it is, okay. Just so I can see it there. Yeah, I think it's a little thicker actually, so goes like this, boom. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, the next thing I wanna do is, now that I have that, I'm gonna also do another one. I'm just gonna draw another one, an easier way, but let me just do another one here. There we go. I could have copied and pasted it, but we'll just draw another one just for fun here. All right, now we're gonna use this, as the text, and there we go. And Hawaii. And maybe I need to make it bigger. Is that why I can't see it? There it is. Okay. Hawaii. Oh, it was all caps. Hawaiian Island Paradise. I don't know what else it said, but let's move the baseline here so that it's above the line, like that. And then we can move this so that it's centered. We'll move it down here as well as this one right here. And then we'll make sure that it's center align right here. Boom. That cool? All right. Now we need some words in the middle here. Aloha Hawaii. Easy. I'll just do aloha like that, and we can make sure that this is bigger. I don't have this font. I don't know what font this is, but it's a little longer. So I'm going to make it wider here and not taller. All right. We can change the width, or I could just look for a wider font. Let's see if I have a wider font. I'll look at all my fonts here. I'm just going to use intro here, aloha, and then we're going to put Hawaii underneath. I'm going to grab the move tool, Hawaii. That. Now I can make it put the space behind it with Option and my right arrow, so I can do that like that. And same thing here. That. Hawaii aloha, aloha Hawaii. This is actually smaller, I believe, so let's make this a little smaller. And I'm going to put a line with my pen tool here. Boom, boom. Maybe not as thick. There you go. I can hide this too. So if I have a rectangle here, just to kind of cover it, I'm going to make sure that it's white here, like that. All right, so after I put the rectangle here, I got to make sure that it's over the ellipse. I think that's this one right here. Yep. All right, so I'm going to put the rectangle over the ellipse like that, and then make sure to group these two. Boom. And then the rectangle is going to be erase. Now, the reason I did that is because this is on a black background, back t-shirt, so I'm going to make sure that we do that. And I'm going to do dark gray for now so I can see what I'm doing. And then make sure we use this color here. Boom. Same thing here. I believe the ellipse too can be that color. Boom. And then the Hawaiian Island Paradise right there. Perfect. Let's make this also Option and kind of spread it out. There you go. I don't know what it said on the bottom, something aloha, aina, I think it's in Hawaiian, but let's just use this same one here. And one way to do that is I'm gonna just hit Command J so we have the same one on the bottom, but I'm gonna move these here like this, and move this here like this. And that's it. And so it's on the bottom going that way. Oh, this line right here. Yeah, I think it's this one, this path here. Yep, sure is. Needs to be a stroke longer. I think it got lost somewhere. You know what? I'm just going to remove it and make another one. Sometimes it's just easier to do that. There we go. There's the line. All right. And then make it... there, swatch or stroke, a little lighter. Move this guy down a little bit. Okay, all that we're missing is the palm trees. So let's get one of these palm trees and kind of bring it over. Oops. Okay, good. And I'm gonna just copy some of these palm trees like this. And we got one here, we got one maybe right there, maybe smaller. Another one here. I'm gonna flip it. We can do, is there an easy flip up here? Oh yeah, right here. Flip, horizontal, perfect. Let's see, maybe another one, bigger one down here, like that. All right, so we got our palm trees, kind of like this one. I'm gonna select all of these. I'm gonna group them, boom. And they need to be in front of this right here. In fact, it'd be easier if I do all the palm trees at once. So let's do another one. So I'm gonna click on this and we're gonna just add some palm trees here. Now you can use different palm trees. I'm sure that's what they did right here, but just to show you how to do it, I'm gonna make some smaller ones of the same one and maybe flip them on some of them here, just so you can see. There, I had another palm tree here and another palm tree there, maybe smaller. So I have these palm trees, all these palm trees are in the right place. I just need to make sure that they're on top of these, one right here, like this one, and kind of knocked out. So they're my palm trees. I'm gonna label them palm trees. And then here's this one. So I'm gonna grab the palm trees, put it above this one, the curves. I'm gonna group both of these like this, right? They're both grouped. And now the palm trees, I'm gonna erase. Boom, yes. And then I can make this now a full black, just so that we get the same effect. There we go. That's how easy it is to make that one. Hopefully that was helpful. Now, these colors work a lot better. So if you find a tie-dye with more yellow and green, like the lighter white colors, I think they work a lot better than this one would. But that's kind of how you would do it. You would definitely use better fonts than this one. This one's kind of not wide enough, but that's basically how you do it. And I think this one's definitely nicer than the one I did here, but the technique is the right thing. I would definitely, if I would needed to fix this, I would maybe find a lighter tie-dye. I would get better fonts and so on. But you can definitely try this out, this technique. So hopefully I didn't go too fast, but there you go. All right, next one, I'm gonna copy or make another artboard here. Maybe I'll just copy this one, bring it down, get rid of this guy here. And all right, the other one is just for reference. It's the Hawaii one. I'll bring it in here. Boom. All right, and then remember we have our tab here. Let's scroll down and let's use some of these things. So I'm gonna scroll back a little bit so I can see all of this and grab all of these. We're not gonna use all the mountains, but we'll see which one works the best. And we'll put all these in here. I'm gonna get rid of these palm trees. And then, there we go. Oh, shoot. Oh, I guess I'm grabbing the wrong art part. Okay, let's get that. Sometimes that happens. You grab the wrong thing. We don't need this one. We'll put that over there. We'll put this over here and let's go. All right, first thing, we're gonna do the same kind of thing. It looks like they have an oval again. So let's do that. We're gonna do ellipse. We're gonna do oval, kind of like that. And you notice they did kind of the same thing but lower. So we're gonna take our rectangle and kind of do it down here a bit. And I'm gonna do this in two ways. So I'm gonna do this and this. Make sure that they're aligned there and then subtract like that. So now we have these two. So I'm gonna hit Command J. There's two of them. So the first one, I'm gonna turn off one here. And this one right here, I'm gonna make sure that that's only the top. So I'll get rid of this bottom part. Good. And then we'll make sure that this is something I can see. So let's make sure it's a color there. We don't need that part. We'll turn that off so that we can see it. And then this one, we'll just need the bottom here. And I'm gonna use my node tool and just delete that one. Now the bottom one is actually black and no, you can see right here, but the background, the reason we can't see it is the background needs to be blue. So let's do that. Something like that, maybe that right there. Not a stroke. Okay, good. And then the top one we can see here. Now we're gonna add maybe this guy right here to it, just so we have a background. Let's stretch it out a little bit. All right, so now that that works here, I'm gonna put that inside this curve. Boom, not exactly this, but you get the idea. And then we're gonna use one of these. Oh, I think this could use a black outline too. So let's do a black outline. Boom, perfect. You can see that right there. That's what I'm trying to create. The stroke, and this will be inside, right? There we go, inside, perfect. And then we're gonna need one of these guys. I like this one. Okay, good. Now it's not as big as the other one. And make it go edge to edge, kind of thing like that. Good. You'll notice though that this is blue behind it, and it's not knocked out. So one thing I would do if I wanted that effect is I would put my pen tool back here and then knock this out or from it. So let me do that just real quick. I'm going to do the pen tool and kind of go around here. Get rid of this stroke and then just right here like that, come around, and we're just tracing the mountain here, right there, because that's going to be outside. So let's do that. We'll take that mountain, we Command X to cut it, and make sure that it's in front of the curve there, Command V. We're going to do the same thing, group these two, and then erase it from the front. Right there, like that. So now the shirt is showing through. Now, it looks like this color is also showing. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna paint this in. Come straight across, come here, like that. Now it's hard to see with the stroke, so I turn the stroke off. In fact, I turn everything off just so you get a better feel for it. You can still play around with it with the node here and make sure that it's right on there like that. And this seems to be just a different color here, so I'm just gonna do that. Maybe some green a little bit, and then I'm gonna take this X and put it in front of this group. Boom, there you go. All right, so not exactly the same. Of course, you need that kind of sunset here. And the other thing is you're just gonna put the word Hawaii in here. Pretty easy. Come in, W-H-A-W. I need to not stroke, make it the right color. We're gonna still use that black. And let's see here. There it is, Hawaii. Arial's probably not the best one, but I don't know why it keeps wanting to stroke it. But there you go. And there you go, Hawaii on here. And then it kind of looks a little tall, doesn't it? Maybe I need to make it shorter here, but yeah, I probably should have made it a little shorter. And then Hawaii, and of course you can put in aloha in here too. So let's do this real quick. Let's just type in here island, I think it was, and let's use a better font than this wacky one here. I'll just use this Cooper one. And then this will be a different color, right? So we got the color of the t-shirt. Maybe it's showing through, maybe it's white. Let's just do white to make it easy so we don't have to knock it out. But if you needed to knock it out, then you would do the same thing with the group and everything. So you do island, like that, and aloha over here, right? I just did copy and drag, boom, and then you would just draw your things here, the wave and the sun. Oh, the sun can be a circle. Let's do that. It's easy. Boom, like a white circle. And then the wave can just be drawn like this. Let's do a pen tool. Kind of wave like this, boom. And then out and down. You can just draw your simple wave, not the best wave, but do that, bring that in here. Something like that. Now, it looks like it has like an outline out here, and you could definitely come in here and knock out, like, let's just use the pen tool again and come around here, not with the stroke, but come around here like this and just knock it out. So we take that shape that we want here and remove it, like subtract it from there, and it kind of gives that illusion, right? So there you go. Real simple how to do it. Now, if you didn't have those palm trees here, you would add the palm trees. And of course, you could use your pen tool and kind of draw your mountain, like I said, boom, 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 and draw it out like that. If you want a tutorial on how to do that, let me know in the comments. We can definitely draw a mountain using the pen tool in Affinity. I just think that, you know, if you want to do it faster, just go find one that's already there. So there's my kind of take on that one. Of course, I would change the words and change all of it to make it even more unique, but I want you to learn how to do the skills behind it first. I think it's really good to practice copying something, and then once you know the techniques, now you can change it up and do it. So practice this, maybe slow down the video if I went too fast. But yeah, there you go. My version of this one and my version of that one. Hopefully this video, this tutorial helps let you know that you can do things like this in Affinity by Canva. So there you go. Hopefully this video is really helpful for you to know that you can do even more complex t-shirt designs with Affinity by Canva. You can do a lot of different things. Let me know again if you want to see other t-shirt designs. I'll make sure to do that. If you're really new to Affinity by Canva and want a very easy design to start with, I made this video right here. It's just a text design. It's not that hard as what I just did here. So anybody can do this one. This is probably the very good first t-shirt design to do. Thanks again for watching. And as always, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one.